So here we go. We are doing our presentation on Tata Motors. Quickly we go to our team members, the group numbers, and our student, my colleague, myself, Savindya, Banu, Ahmad, and Sricharan. And our organization has discussed the Tata Motors. Also, now we go to the content, what we are going to speak about, the introduction and the timeline about Tata Group, the history about the Tata Motors, as well as the how engage in internationalization, also how market share and the competitors for Tata Motors and the internationalization benefit for Tata Motors growth. Then we are discussing about the major market challenges, and then what are the risk mitigation strategies that they have used according to the pastel analysis. And then we come to the conclusion part as well as the references part. So from here onwards, I will hand over this to Banu. He will introduce the other part.
Hi, I'm Banu. Today I am here to present on Tata Motors and its global journey. Let me begin with a short introduction. Tata Motors is a part of well-known Tata Group, which was founded by the Jamsetji Tata. Tata Motors itself was established in 1945 and was earlier called Tata Motors and Locomotive Company. It is one of the largest automobile manufacturers, producing commercial, passenger, and electric vehicles. Its headquarters is in Mumbai. The Tata Motors is known for having a strong presence across many industries like steel, airlines, consumer goods, telecom, and more. Now let's go to the second slide. Tata Business Empire. Tata Group has over 100 companies, more than 100 countries. Some of famous companies are Tata Steel, Tata Consultancy Service, Tata Power, and Tata Motor. They work across many sectors and are known worldwide. Tata is not just a business group, but also support education, healthcare, and rural development through its trust. From this large business empires, we have chosen the topic Tata Motors. Now let's look at the history of Tata Motors. Tata Motors was started in 1945 as a company for making trains and trucks. In 1954, they have launched their first truck in partnership with Benz. In 1991, they entered into passenger car market. And also in 2008, they bought Jaguar and Land Rover, which helped them in become globally. Now let's go to the how Tata Motors engaged in internalization. In 1954, it was with Ben to make trucks in India. In 2004, it bought Devas Trucks with company in South Korea. In 2005, it bought a part of bus making company in Spain. In 2008, it made a big move by buying Jaguar and Land Rover from Ford. This helped Tata in growth, name, and technology around the world. Later, in Brazil, Italy, and United States, and built factories for research and center. Let's go to the market shares and competitors. Now let's move to how Tata Motors is performing in the market and who is the main competitors are. It is in the passenger vehicle segment. Tata Motors was in the third position, but in 2025 it dropped to the fourth place. This shows that competitors are increasing, except especially from companies like Maruti Suzuki, Honda, and Mahindra. When it comes to the electric vehicles, Tata Motors has a strong leading with 70% share. But in 2025, it dropped to 53%. This happened because of the new competition from global players like BYD, Hyundai, who are also facing forcing on electric cars. In this commercial vehicle segment, Tata Motors is still strong. It holds 36% market share ahead of arrival like Ashok Leyland and others. So overall, Tata Motors is doing well in some areas, but its positions in electrical and passenger vehicles is facing pressure due to the rising in competition and market changes. Now my friend will continue. Now my friend will take over and continue with the rest of the presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Banu. Here I will talk about how is this internationalization benefited for the Tata Motors business growth. Here we will going to first look at the first point, increasing revenue. Here the Tata Motors internationalization has significantly benefited its business growth by increasing revenue due to the internationalization, due to the acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover JLR, which contributing significantly to the global revenue of the Tata Motors. Where we can see the good example in 2016, 9% of the revenue came from the overseas activity. By the 2018, international revenue has growth nearly 79.80% of the total revenue, which highlighting the success of its global expansion strategy. So the international operation, especially through the JLR, have become a major revenue to the Tata Motors. So this is the main benefit for the Tata Motors by the internationalization. The second point is market expansion. Internationalization has allowed Tata Motors to enter new markets, and which diversification helped to mitigate the risk associated with the economics downward in a single region. So the Tata Motors operate nearly 175 countries. JLR's premium vehicle dominate in Europe and North America, as well as while the Tata's commercial vehicle dominate in Asia and Africa. So very highlighting part of the market expansion in 2023, we can see Tata overtook Hyundai in India market share, hitting 14.85%. This is the very good evidence for the market expansion by the internationalization, as well as the Tata Motors have planned to access into the EVs global and the Jaguar Land Rover global network, which will help to enter which will create the new market in by 2023 as well. Now let's move on to the third one, the access to the new technologies and the process. Here the internationalization operation allowed to Tata Motors to acquire new cutting edge technology in automotive and manufacturing process and designing methodologies, and improving its overall production development capabilities. So which will significant benefit to the Tata Motors for their business growth in future and current as well. So, for example, Tata acquisition of Land Rover Jaguar JLR is access to design the luxury car and engineering expertise. So this is the very good benefit for the Tata Motors by the internationalization. So the another point we will talk about the competitive advantage. Due to the Tata Motors internationalization and its expansion into the global market, Tata Motors has gained a competitive advantage over companies. They are primarily focused on domestic market, not only the India. So this include access to the diverse supply chain and large customer base for the benchmark against the global automakers, quickly adapt to the global trend. These are the very good benefit to the Tata Motors, and stay ahead innovation and customer service. These are the very good benefit to the competitive advantage. And the final benefit is brand enhancement. Here the acquiring the established brand like Jaguar Land Rover has boosted the Tata Motors brand image and the recognition in the international market. These brands carry strong brand equity and the customer loyalty, which Tata Motors has leveraged. At the same time, operating in multiple countries boosts the Tata Motors brand recognition and the reputation as a global automotive player. This not only they attract the customers, but also help to build investors' confidence as well. So these are the benefits gained by the internationalization to the Tata Motors. Now I have hand over this presentation to my colleague, Mr. Savindya.
Okay, so even though there was a benefit on the internationalization, most of the companies, Tata Motors also paying the major market challenges. When we talk about the market challenges, there are three main segments in Tata Motors: Jaguar Land Rover, which has the 71.6 sales, also the commercial vehicle, which has 16.2, and the electric vehicles, which has 10.9 sales. So in Q3 2024, Jaguar sales has more than on 12,100 units, but it has reduced to up to 5,600 unit for in 2025, which shows there's due to the competitors on that time, it has reduced the sales. Also, the supply on aluminum effect. One of the major aluminum supply was on Switzerland. Due to 2024, there was a huge floods in there. One of their major aluminum factory was there, Nobilis. It has affected due to the floods. Also, the market concern like import taxes from China. Also, the lockdown period back in COVID area, there was a huge pressure to demand the supply chain. Also, the UK diesel shift at that time also. Also, when we talk about the commercial vehicles, back in 2020, in the first half of their decline sales 29.5. This is due to the lower market due to the slower market progress in that era due to the COVID area. Also, the rising competition as well as the industry-wide slowdown. Like I said, the BYDs, the Mercedes, the Benz, the BMWs, they have risen in the market in that era. Also, the electric and passenger vehicles, when you talk about, they're the third most sales in that Tata Motors, 10.9. Electric vehicle market share decreased from 73% to 53%, yes, due to the competition from Hyundai, BYD, as well as the Mahindra. Also, when we talk about their 2017, Tata Motors reported a profit of 3,199 crores. However, in 2018, it has reduced to loss 1,863 crores for quarter. Also, in JLR, which of their main account, almost 90% of Tata Motors are reporting on that. Yeah, that reported 210 million loss in 2018 due to the market depreciation. When you talk about the China duty as well as the diesel concern in UK and Europe, that was their main concerns on that era. When then we move on to the pestle analysis, how they have mitigate their risk challenges by observing the pestle analysis. When you talk about the political factor, there was taxation rules as well as Indian FAME 2 policy. Back in 2023 to 2023, the Indian tax has upgraded into 28 percentage from 15 percentage. So that means their taxation has been increased. However, the electric vehicle owners like Tata Motors has the discussion with the political parties, and then they have reduced the GST for electric vehicles to up to 5%. Then they have managed to increase their competitors of the electric vehicles. Also, the Indian FAME 2 policy it has started on April 2019 to encourage the buy electric vehicles more in India. So since electric vehicles are already producing by Tata Motors, they have managed to contribute 10,000 INR crores by selling electric vehicles like Nexon, Tiger, and Tiago. When you talk about the economic, there was a huge inflation on 2023 September to October. Inflation about 6.2, and the diesel cost was 94.27 INR per liter. So there was a huge cost on there. So how they managed to do this, they have raised their product prices from 5% to recover their cost about 8%. Also, they have expanded rapidly, recovering foreign markets such as China. When you talk about the social factor, there was a huge demand for safe and greener vehicles. So they have introduced the Tata Punch on 2023. They have received the 5-star global NCAP rating. Also, they have expanded this due to the demand for the safer vehicles. They have expanded their electric vehicle range, like Nexon electric vehicle by producing by 10%. Also, the technology, there's a huge concern for them because they had to invest 7,500 crores INR for the electric vehicles in 2023. Also, since they are performing the most in JLR, they need to aim their increase their electric vehicle contributed to 25% to end of 2025. For that, they have managed to recorded sales over 45,000 units on Nexon electric vehicle, as well as they install Connect platform in more than 1 million cars to invest their to gain their money that which has they have invest for the technology. Also, the BSVI compliance, the Bharat Stage VI compliance, as well as the label erasions. Also, the new wage code, the code wages in India on 2020 to 2023 period, so that they have managed to give training to 78,000 workers about the safety procedures as well as the legal updates. Also, they have set the significant target for environmental by 2030, zero waste to landfill, as well as 2040 to net zero emission. And then they have for that they are starting to achieving by recycle 98% of its Pune plant to waste and reduce it water consumption by 43% in just 3 years. Also, they have shifted to recyclable materials like bio-based plastic. However, since Tesla is coming to the Indian market, there would be some competitive threat. However, like we said, that they have analyzed the pest analysis for their previous challenges, like improving battery performance, the connect technology. For that, they have managed to secure a good portion on their Indian market, regardless of the Tesla is looking for plant in India. Now I will hand over to part to my colleague Charan. Charan will organize now.
Hello, myself Sri Charan. Let's wrap up our discussion on Tata Motors by looking at some key points that sum up where the company stands today and what challenges and opportunities lie ahead. As we all know, Tata Motors isn't just an Indian company; it's a global brand. Company sells cars, trucks, buses in many countries, not just in India. This international expansion has helped Tata Motors learn from different markets and grow its business. By going global, Tata Motors can reach more customers, which is important in today's fast changing world. Recently, Tata Motors has faced tough competition. Its electric vehicle market share has fell sharply. This shows that other companies, both Indian and international, are catching up fast, especially in electric vehicle space. And coming to Jaguar Land Rover, it's a very big part of Tata Motors business. Jaguar sales fell more than half in a year and faced shortages of key materials. On top of that, new taxes in China and less demand for diesel cars in UK had made things even harder. These problems have really hurt Tata Motors in recent years. Tata Motors isn't just waiting for things to get better, they are making changes. The company started following strict emission rules, which gives it a good start. Its government policies to make its electric cars cheaper and more attractive. Tata also launched a big cost saving plan called Reimagine, aiming to save hundreds of millions of pounds. They're focusing on selling more cars in other countries to make up slow sales in India and focus on innovation and sustainability are big problems for Tata Motors. They have invested a lot in electric vehicles technology and their connect next digital system is now in over a million cars. Tata Motors have set ambitious goals. They aim for net zero emissions. They are also using more recyclable materials in their cars. And competition is heating up, especially in electric vehicles. Tata Motors will have to keep innovating and improving to stay ahead in this rapidly changing market. And final thoughts to sum this up, Tata Motors is a strong and experienced company with a global presence, but it's facing serious challenges from falling market share, supply problems, tough competition. The good news is Tata Motors is not standing still. They are investing in new technology, focusing on sustainability, and taking smart steps to manage risks. If they keep adapting and innovating, they have a good chance to succeed in the future. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so here are the some references that we use for this one, and thank you for everyone to listening this.